It's a cerebral form!
You're dead in the water. Put some spirit into it.
What are you up to?
Well, you know how Patty switches up her fighting style in the middle of battle?
We thought we might be able to do the same thing, so we asked for a lesson.
I don't think that's something that can be taught. You have to be born with a style that unique.
No, Yuri. You start practicing with the others. You can never know until you at least try.
I'm not so sure.
Nonsense. Keep a positive mental attitude.
You could be right. Here goes. Critical form!
Haha! Victory is mine!
We lost! Yuri, this is all your fault!
Choosing critical like that? I thought you played it cooler than that.
Carol and Raven, you owe me your gels for a while. Yuri, you get a thank you kiss.
You were betting on me?
From behind? Oh, man.
We can still overcome this.
All right, who's next?
Healing.
The sign of victory!
Yay!
Yeah! Awesome!
Face this calmly.
All right, who's next?
Come forth, spirits of the wind!
That was so easy.
Our formation's all over the place.
This happens all the time! Come and face me!
Destructo Pain Shot! The sign of victory! Yeah! Awesome! Hey, do you mind if I have a gel?
Carol, I don't really think you should eat those unless you need them.
But I can't stop thinking about how good they taste! Or the smooshy way they feel between my teeth!
I noticed we've had fewer gels lately. You've been snacking on them, haven't you?
I want them so badly I can't sleep. And here you've been eating them while we weren't looking?
I haven't been doing anything like that! Wait, Rita, you were losing sleep over gels?
No, of course not. What are you talking about?
They're not snacks, you know. They might be small, but they're pretty expensive.
I can't say I like their taste or texture very much. Perhaps they're not too pleasing to a princess's palate.
No, that's not it. I don't think they're that good either.
I'm addicted to their simple taste. You just don't get it.
Gels were made sweet and soft, so they'd appeal to children after all.
Are you saying my sense of taste is childish?
What's the matter with that? You are both children.
Oh, there's no challenge at all.
Don't let him trip you up.
All right, who's next? That was so easy.
we've got the gang back together.
I'm so glad to be with you all again. Same here.
Likewise.
You must take care not to strain yourself.
Remember, there's a limit to what we can do.
You know, one step at a time.
Huh? What's up?
I think Rapide just welcomed me back.
No, Rapide's already off over there.
Should have seen that coming.
It looks like Baola is back to his old self.
There's plenty of air for him to absorb. He seems to have used it to heal his wounds.
For all the trouble Alexei's caused, he's helping us out in some unexpected ways.
That's not gonna get him off the hook, though.
He can go wherever he likes. With Baul to help us, there's no place we can't follow.
When someone as strong as Pharaoh tells you not to go messing with Zaude, it makes you wonder.
I wish he'd use regular words when he talked, though.
Definitely. If it's really all that dangerous, you'd think he'd want to make himself clear.
Maybe it was something Pharaoh had difficulty expressing in his own way. He did take the time to warn us. That shows at least some concern for our well-being, right?
You mean that maybe he's warmed up to us a bit?
Yes.
Flynn, I can say, there's a knight captain. But it's really hard to picture Raven in charge of a bunch of knights.
I don't think it's possible until he gets rid of that shady aura he carries around.
It could be that he's only concealing his knightly dignity to complete his disguise as Raven.
I don't know if he and Dignity have even been in the same room together.
Captain Schwan was a man of grace and honor. His skills were renowned, which kept him on constant secret missions. Every knight knew his name, and nearly everyone envied his ability to carry out his duties with poise.
Huh? Is that true?
And while he was scrupulous, he knew how to care for those under him, so he always had their trust.
After seeing 3 of them, I can see he was well liked.
The more I hear about him, the further he seems from that old man.
That's why I'm telling you, I'm not Schwan.
When did he get here?
Listen to yourselves, carrying on as though nobody's around.
But sometimes you do say things that Captain Schwan would. You continue to carry his quality, however quietly.
Knock that off, would you?
Raven,
What you need, lad?
I know this is a subject you would like to avoid, but I want to ask you something as a knight.
Why would Schwan obey Alexei's orders? Is it?
I cannot believe Captain Schwan would be so blind as to miss the nefariousness of Alexei's deeds.
You put too much stock into Schwan. His head was as empty as a tin soldier's. The Schwan that would fulfill his duty like a puppet died a decade ago.
That would not change, even if he knew what he does now?
Well, I don't think he would have seen a blasty of that size coming. But he still might have followed Alexei to the last. But you never can know, can you?
Is the reason you wish to settle things now because you have chosen to live as Raven?
There are some folks who took this old man seriously. So I guess I can't die just yet. If I'm gonna live on, then I've got to make up for what Schwan did.
So a fortuitous encounter changed you.
That's putting it a bit dramatically.
Won't we run into another pile of trouble when the knights catch up and you're with us? I won't be laughing if we mess things up before we can deal with Alexei.
That young woman knight will be difficult. What will you do about her?
She's put me on too high a pedestal. I believe that a line can be drawn between good and evil in this world.
And she thinks that you're the one who can draw that line.
But reality is not so simple.
Right. I hope she realizes that soon. I have a feeling she will.
Sounds to me like she's got blinders on.
Yeah, I think Applehead will catch on faster.
Yuri, you really shouldn't call him that. Witcher is an exceptional mage who represents the future hopes of Aspio.
Him?
Hadn't you heard?
I guess I just wasn't interested. Now that I think of it, I think he may have been more on the ball than the others.
Even after our request for assistance expired, he continued to aid myself and other knights. He is earnest and dedicated.
You care about your crew, Flynn. I'm sure you're a top-rate captain. Yoda understands your feelings, Flynn.
If His Highness has got your back, you've got no choice but to charge forward.
Yes, I shall not disappoint him.
I didn't think he'd order you to go with us and stop Alexei. That little prince. I thought he was just a softie, but he's got sharp eyes.
Idealism alone won't get you very far. But if he can make clever moves like that, he'll be a fine emperor.
We'd all be in trouble if he couldn't.
An eye for the big picture, the ability to use the right people, and noble intentions. A full package like that is pretty rare.
Don't worry. I have faith in Yoda.
Anyway, Yoder told us to take you with us, so I hope you're ready for back-breaking work.
Of course. I shall not waste His Highness's favor.
Good. Then let's go.
So that's Zaude. It's huge.
It's sort of shaped like a ring.
Anybody with fingers big enough for that wouldn't have any trouble taking over the world.
There's no way Alexei could fit that on his finger.
I wonder if we'll get in without being seen. Whoa, look! Over there!
Pharaoh. But Pharaoh's one of the strongest in Telekea.
And even he couldn't do anything to it. What did we get ourselves into?
It reconstituted itself by manipulating the air. What processing speed?
Is that the power Alexei was after?
Let's go in from below. Pharaoh's doing all the work, but at least he's got Alexei looking up for now.
Pharaoh, thank you. I'd like to know one thing before we begin this battle. Just how strong is this Commandant? I heard he earned his knighthood when he won a royal tournament during the previous Emperor's reign.
I got to cross swords with him once, and I didn't last more than 3 minutes.
His title is more than mere decoration. His skill puts him well above his fellow knights.
He's the strongest among them, huh?
And don't forget, he's surrounded by his royal guard.
None of this sounds very promising.
Hey, we've got De Nomos, don't we?
Besides, we've been through all kinds of stuff together on this journey.
Yeah, we're tighter than any kind of guard, royal or not.
All right, so say we handle the royal guard. It's still a coin toss in the end.
I guess we'll never be too prepared when it comes to facing Alexei.
Any error will likely cost lives.
Right. We'll have to give it everything we've got.
Man, up close, this thing is bigger than I thought.
Is this really one big Blastia? There's no way!
It's gotta be a Hopeland Blastia designed to threaten everyone in the world!
It must possess unimaginable power.
Hey, look! It's a ship!
Is it the Knights?
No, I can't believe they'd make it here this fast. It's probably the Royal Guard.
That must mean... Yep, the entrance is closely guarded.
They're swarming like sea roaches!
There aren't that many. We could blow them away before they knew what hit them.
Easy. We're not here to get noticed. Let's see if there isn't some other way in.
So Pharaoh's been absorbing air too. Is he trying to restabilize it?
We owe him one for keeping the fight up this long.
No, I don't think that's it. My guess is he's taking in all that air to disable Zaude's power source.
That way he'll be able to mess with Alexei's plans, right?
Right. Right, Judith?
Who? Me? What was the question?
Never mind.
It'll be easy if we can just get inside. We'll stop everything in one shot.
Wish it were that easy, kid. But we'll be up to our ears in traps and royal guards.
Gotta admire his confidence.
Do you really mean that?
Pharaoh, please be okay.